Today we're going to rank Valorant agents based on how good they are in bed. So we're going to start at the bottom tier and we're going to work our way up to the top tier. So now who do I think would be bad in bed? The first one that comes to mind is Breach. Now, why do I think Breach would be bad in bed? Well, he seems pretty big and hefty. I'm not talking about his girth, I'm talking about his actual body size. And the thing about that is he's gonna have very little stamina because of the amount of body weight he's got to carry around, plus metal arms. Like, that would not feel good, I'm telling you. So the next I have to put down here is probably gonna be Sage. Why do I say Sage? I say Sage because I don't know, she just does not seem like a freak in the sheets, you know what I mean? She seems like kind of a stay-at-home mom, like kind of nurturing and stuff like that. Like, she wouldn't really be well, horny in that way. So I'm gonna keep Sage in the D tier. What other agents do I think would be very bad in bed? I'm gonna have to say Yoru. Why do I say Yoru? He's Asian. All right, so we got C tier next. I don't think there's anybody else in D tier. So C tier. Now, this might shock you because I put Breach into D tier, but I'm gonna have to put KO into C tier. And why KO? Well, the reason KO is in C tier and not D tier is because although he is 100% built out of metal and not a real person, so are sex toys, they're not real people, but he has a death grip which he can use to choke out, you know what I'm saying? Like, he put both hands around the neck and really go at it. So that is pretty impressive by him. Oh, this is tricky. I'm gonna say Sova. I'm gonna say Sova. I feel like Sova's not like the type to really be a freak in the sheets, just like Sage, but I don't know. I feel like he's got something to him because he's Russian. Russian people are always crazy. I mean, they wrestle bears, so I'm gonna have to put Sova there. No real special reason for that. I think I'm gonna have to go with Cypher also in C tier. Why do I put Cypher C tier? I put Cypher C tier because, again, he doesn't seem like the type to be really focused on laying pipe. He seems the type to be like, I mean, I guess he is like kind of a spy, so he could choke out pretty nicely, but yeah, he doesn't really seem like the pipe laying type to me. So now I'm gonna put Killjoy here also. Why? Because she's a nerd, so probably never even been to bed before. I feel like she's more of like a toy user, so she would prefer toys over penises, even though I ranked her as straight in the straightest to gayest tier list. But yeah, I think this is the proper C tier. All right, this is where it starts to get interesting. This is where it starts to get really interesting. B tier, man, this is gonna be tricky. I think for B tier, I'm gonna start with Skye. Now, as we've established many times before, Skye probably has a penis, despite being a woman, so she could lay some massive pipe. You know, you never know. So I'm always weary of that. I don't know why I say that. Like, I'm going to bed with Skye and getting pegged, but basically, I feel like Skye with that insane strength and muscles and all that, and the fact that she has probably a penis, and she also has that braid in the back. So okay, picture this, bro. She could tie the braid around the neck, hit it from behind, and choke out with the braid. Like, that's pretty good, man. That's some tag team action with just herself. Plus, she can summon like a dog. Okay, maybe I shouldn't bring that up. She can summon a dog. She can summon eagles. And she can also heal you. So if she you know, Killjoy. I mentioned Killjoy probably never been to bed before. If she were to bang Killjoy, she could turn Killjoy back into a virgin. So they're saying that's pretty impressive. Same with Sage, but the thing is, Sage again doesn't really seem like that type. Okay, now that I mention it, I think I'm gonna have to move Sage up to B tier because I just realized that she has like beads all across her body. So she seems like the innocent type, but you never know what those beads could be used for. So we're actually gonna have to change Sage all the way to B tier. Now, the fact that I have this many agents left and we only have A and S tier just shows how kinky these Valorant agents are. So A tier, this is where things get crazy. We're starting off with Omen. Why Omen? Well, first of all, he can blind you. He doesn't even need a blindfold, all right? So he paranoias you. He cuts out your sound and your vision so that you just feel it, all right? He can also teleport behind you. He already got like his arms wrapped up and stuff like that. He's wearing a mask and a hood, so he's already in like the cosplay. He's ready to go. And he's got like the deep like corpse voice. Choke me like you hate me, and I feel like Owen could just be an absolute monster. Next, I'm gonna have to put Fade up here because I feel like out of the kinky, or not the kinky, out of the edgy girls in Valorant, I would say Fade probably seems like she's the least like not sexy, but like least horny. So I feel like she could be more of like a just like a killer. Like, she got the lesbian haircut, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's a freak in the sheets. She just seems like she's there to do her work, but I feel like if she were to get into the bed, I feel like she would be kind of an animal, but not like an animal like Sky's dog or anything. I mean like a human animal. Like she got that dog in her. I feel like I should put one more in A tier. I'm gonna put Chamber here. All right. And why don't I put Chamber in S tier? Because, I mean, obviously he seems like he gets a lot of pussy, but the reason Chamber is in A tier is, it's not because he's French. It's not because he's French, all right? French people got big baguettes, if you know what I mean. But here's the thing. He gives off that he's too sophisticated. I feel like he's not like freaky enough, you know? He's not like freaky enough to really get down with it and stuff. Like he's like elegant when he does it, you know? He's just like smooth. He's just good in every single way, but there's nothing like really special to him. He's just like, he's got high base stats and that's it. No special abilities. So that's what I have to say about Chamber. All right, I might have to create a tier above S because I feel like this is not sufficient enough. So we're gonna go to S tier. Instant S tier is Phoenix. Why do I put Phoenix so high? Well, there's a few reasons. First of all, he's black. All right. You know what they say, average dick size in Congo about 7 inches. So maybe 7.1 if I'm not mistaken. But he does have the fire. He can burn. I mean, some people like that. Unintentionally putting Astra, another black character, S tier also. It's not because she's black though, not this time. It's actually because she has the suck, so she can literally suck you. And what more can I really say, man? I'm feeling like this is the time where I need to create another tier above this. So I'm gonna create a row above because this is just X tier. Or I guess I won't put tier X. So X tier. This is above S tier. Because I feel like these remaining characters are demons. What can I say? So an obvious X tier is gonna be Brimstone. Why Brimstone? He is probably the most hung character in all of Valorant. Despite being white and not black, he probably is more hung than Phoenix. He has muscles that are basically, if you take the arm size of Phoenix, Omen, and Chamber and combine them, they're still not as big as Brimstone's muscles. He is an absolute unit. He could probably take on like 5 women at once and still be good to go after doing them all 3 times. So I have to leave Brimstone at X tier. He's a goat. Plus, okay. Plus, I want you to really use your imagination real quick. What if he throws down a stim beacon? All right. What if he throws in a stim beacon? Can you imagine the sheer and utter speed that he would be laying pipe at? Incredible. This is like kind of where the gimmicks will start to begin, is like right here, is because he's just black and she has an ability called the suck, but nothing like really special besides that. We got Harbor. As mentioned before, Harbor can get sloppy and wet. Why do I say this? Well, obviously you can see the water already going over his shoulder. I mean, what can I really say? He can make anybody wet. If he really wants to. He can just splash them, get them drenched and soaked instantly. Oh man, I can't even imagine. Because I'm not gay, of course. Okay, next, we're gonna have Reyna. Now, I'm considering making another tier and putting Reyna in the tier above. Why? Reyna has an ability called Devour. She can devour you, alright? She also has an ability called Suck. She can suck the life out of you, you know? Like, she just, like, when she kills you, she dicks you down. You know, sucks it all back in. She steals your essence from you. She steals the life. So I mean, what more can really be said? I might have to change this later, but she's also a thick Latina, so that also means she probably got some moves. But yeah, moving on. Speaking of thick Latinas, Raze. Now I'm debating to throw Raze down in S tier, actually. The only reason I've not thrown Raze down in S tier is because, I don't know, man, she got that thick booty. And that's about it. Actually, yeah, I think she's not really gimmicky enough. She does have her like toys, like a boombot or whatever. But she could probably throw it back. But I think that's about it. She doesn't have anything like really special about her, so we're gonna actually have to move her down to S tier. All right. Next, I think I might have to create another tier. I'm sorry. It has to be done. All right. So X tier. So I'm gonna have to put, I think, Viper first. Not like in ordering, not in ordering, but I'm saying like Viper has to go first because I think she's the least out of the remaining characters. So Viper, the thing about Viper is that she has her gases, right? And if we talking kinky here, Viper wants to replace all the air in your lungs. And while that might not sound super kinky off the bat, consider it like this. What if Viper clouds are her farts? She's into fart play. That's disgusting. That is a freak right there, alright? So you really need to consider that when considering Viper, obviously. And then also she's literally in like a full BDSM outfit. She has a mask already on to suffocate her breathing, so she's already just like, she does that on the daily. She's down for that. She does that mid-combat, she's wearing a mask, alright? That's insane to me. So I'm gonna have to put Viper in XX tier. She is like, these are just like, these are like insane abilities for like maximum pipage. This is just like rude. This is like rude and kinky. So next we got Jet. Jet is XX tier. Why? I mentioned before in a previous video that she can dash. So if you hit it from behind, she dashes back while you're hitting it. Just saying. Plus, she can updraft you up to strange locations. I don't know why that's a point, but it's a point. She also got knives for knife play. That's pretty weird, in my opinion, personally. So Jet is there. And I also want to make this clear. A lot of people underestimate Jet's thickness because she wears track pants. She wears like baggy pants and stuff. Viper is wearing a skin tight suit. Obviously, she's gonna get the advantage. So I'm gonna have to say that Jet is underrated on the thickness tier. I have to say, people never really consider the amount of cake that lays underneath the track pants there. All right. Finally, the last tier, XXX. Oh god. Oh goodness. So XXX tier. I mean, we can just look through this entire thing right here. And you can just see just how much of a baddie Neon really is. I mean, look how many pages there are. There are, oh man, 12 pages. 12 pages of this. All right. So all right, so sorry, just had to take a little bit of a quick break there. It was pretty overwhelming doing this whole tier list at the same time. So I had to take like a little break before I put Neon in the top tier, obviously. Well, I think that does it. We have successfully ranked every single relevant Valorant agent based on how good they are in bed. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and remember, if you disagree with my list, leave death threats in the comments below. I love reading them. Gives me some joy in my life. Have a good day.